What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. I completely forgot to test this game, so we're doing it today because it's actually patched for Pro and it's a significant upgrade over the base PlayStation 5, and you now get a full 60 frames per second option for this game. So let's look at the file size because it's been patched a lot. There was a lot of bugs at launch on this game, but it does seem significantly better now. It's 58.27 gigabytes. You can see the version there on the screen as well. I've loaded up the first part of the game because there's spoilers. For people who really care about this game and the story and haven't played it before, don't watch this video because there's going to be spoilers. So we're in the 60 frames per second option now, which I do not believe is an option on the base console. At least at launch, had to play this at 30 frames per second on the base console when it launched. I think they should have launched this game alongside the Pro because it is one of the best looking games on the PlayStation 5 and Pro for that matter. So we're in the very start of the game, the intro of the game. Basically, it is one of the best looking games on PlayStation 5 and Pro as well. As you can see, it just looks absolutely insane. There's still like stutter issues and little hitches where the graphics sort of does occasionally like pause, it skips a frame, or there's like a frame time spike, unfortunately. And the camera is still something in this game that is very, very frustrating. I don't know why they've done the camera the way it is, but when you're moving the character, it almost feels like there's a delay in moving around for some reason. And that's nothing to do with PSSR or anything like that, because it was there on the base PlayStation 5 when I played through this game when it came out as well. But as you can see, it's literally one of the best looking games. Very cinematic games. If you want a really good story that's fun and interesting, I would definitely recommend playing this game with a partner as well. It's really good fun because it's very decision based, so you can have a group of friends with you and make decisions between you all. And there we go, we got a crash. So that's great. It's interesting to test that the game has actually just fully crashed. So I'll send that report to Sony so you can actually do that now with a video clip as well. But I'm going to boot up the game and we'll carry on in a second. Okay, so I'm back now after that crash and after me just saying the game has improved with lots of bug fixes. Obviously not. Ignore me. It's still bad. Still a lot of problems, but we've got past that last section. I also want to add as well that there's no run button in this game for some reason. It can be very frustrating because the characters walk so slowly in this game, and you just constantly, throughout playing the game, feel like you want to just sprint and you can't, and it's very, very frustrating. Unless they allow you to sprint in a certain situation, then you can, but in most situations you just can't. So yeah, it's very frustrating. But again, there is spoilers in this section, so it's kind of an impossibility for me not to have spoilers throughout this game from testing. But I'll tell you what, I will skip this section now and I will come back in a section where there is even less spoilers if possible, and right at the start of the game, so just bear with me. Okay, so we're back on the first chapter where hopefully there's going to be no spoilers here. There wasn't really anything spoiled in that last sequence because we stopped, but this should be completely spoiler free. It's a bit lighter as well, so you can actually see a bit more what's going on. But very interesting to see that we're still getting crashes and problems in this game. The developers need to sort this sort of stuff out. It's so bad that we're actually still experiencing full hard crashes back to the main menu. That's just not very good at all. So let's carry on here. We're still in the performance mode. We'll change over to the quality mode at 30 frames as well. But at the end of the day, there doesn't seem to be, if you can actually, that's something I need to check. I'm not even sure there is two modes on PS5 Pro anymore. Yeah, there is. You still got performance and graphics. So it says fidelity mode. This mode prioritizes image quality. Performance mode. This mode prioritizes FPS. So no clear description of what it actually is doing in terms of like resolution stuff. But I got to say, the 60 frame mode from the frame counter I've got on my monitor does seem to mostly lock to 60 at all times. There's the occasional stutter, as I said before, but it's like that one there. But it's not that bad in a game like this. It doesn't seem too bad at all. And graphically, I've got to say, I would still play in the 60 frame mode. Let's just change over quickly to the quality mode just to show you if there's any difference there in terms of what it looks like. I think it's one of those things where the lighting is definitely better in 30 frame mode. So I've played this game through in the 30 frames per second mode fully, and I didn't really get upset by playing it at 30 frames. It didn't really bother me that much at all. Again, the lighting still looks better at 30 frames. It's a little bit sharper, and for this sort of game where you're not having to like shoot things really and do like fast action sequences, it's more of like a cinematic film that you're actually playing. It's really not something you need like 60 FPS in. Yes, it's nice to have, but it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. So let's make sure I try and get some of these action sequences right, and then when we get to the top, we will we'll change to the performance mode again, so you can see the differences there as well. But the game is very fun. Again, if you haven't played it, I definitely would recommend this game to anyone. It is a good, fun experience that you can play over the weekend, especially around Halloween time, which is when this game actually launched. But if you wanted to wait and play it on Pro, now you've got that option as well to play it there. Okay. Right, let's change back to the 60 frames mode now. So this is what it looks like here. You can see everything is looking really sharp. It just looks absolutely stunning, this game. There's literally not a game that looks better than this. And now you get to play it at a higher frame rate. So let's go to that. And yes. And yeah, you can see it looks slightly different. It's not quite as sharp, but there isn't much in it at all. And I think they're probably using PSSR or something like that. It just looks really, really good. All the cutscenes like this sort of thing are in game as well, so there's no like drastic difference in quality. It just looks really, really good in both sections. So yeah, let's it's a shame you can't skip through like little bits like this though, because I would like to do this just for the testing purposes of this game. But let's carry on a little bit up this way. As you can see, as I mentioned earlier about the run button, this is somewhere where you can clearly see there's nothing in front of you. It would be nice to have some sort of option to move a little bit faster than the character is, but it's okay. It's just a little bit, I'm a little bit impatient, so it's something that's you might want to just like run, and you can't in this game. It's very frustrating. So that's something about the totems that are like warning totems in the game. It's a really cool system that they have. But yeah, this is where it's all set, up in the mountains, and yeah, you start off by this cable car sequence. I think this is a good area to just have a look out and test. We'll go back to quality mode again for a second just to show you the testing of the game, showing you like the area, what it looks like. So yeah, let's just jump back over to quality mode now so you can just see what that looks like as well. Hang on, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's quality mode. Again, it does look slightly sharper, but not a lot of difference in it. I mean, I would be happy playing a game like this in either mode. Yeah, it just feels like slightly sharper in quality mode for sure, but there's really not much in it. Let's go back again to this mode. Yeah, I don't know. On a 4K display, this game looks good either way you play it, so I'd probably still play at 60 frames, so you just get a little bit more smoothness. But I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. Hopefully they fix the crashes in this game. That would be nice, but it's still worth picking up, still worth playing, especially if you can get it on a sale or anything like that. It's a good, fun experience that's probably like 8 to 10 hours long that you can just have fun with. And there's lots of different endings depending on what you do throughout the game as well, which is something to bear in mind. But thank you for watching. Let me know if there's any further games you want me to test. Please always comment down below if there's certain titles you want me to test. If there's ones that like have dynamic resolution on PS4 or they're like capped at 1080p, we can test the like upscaling mode on that as well. That would be something to test. And also quickly, look at that tree there. Like you can see it's not fully rendered in, the one in the center of the screen. So if we just go over to quality mode, let's see if that now actually renders that in with the draw distance and see if that's improved. Yeah, so you do get an improved draw distance with quality mode. If we go back, let's see if it was a bug and it just wasn't rendering it, or if it actually is a difference. No, it's a difference in the render distance, but as soon as I start moving, you see one's popped in, and then if I probably get here, yeah, the other's popped in. So there's a render difference quality for sure between these two modes. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I appreciate all the support on the videos, and I will see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.